Right, rega timboona huku panapa. Timboona huku tiri paruzevha. Chicken farming. Chicken farm. Hello guys, and welcome to our YouTube channel. And today I'm taking you through a tour. As you can see guys, we got some chickens here, right? We got some chickens here, and these are black Australorp. These are black Australorp. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm at a friend's place, showcasing to you guys layer chickens. You know, with black Australorp, you can be able to get some eggs after about 16 to 18 weeks. You need to expect to start to pick your first egg during that time. In normal case circumstance, after 16 weeks to 18 weeks, that's 4 months time to around 4.5 months, right? You need to expect to start picking your first egg. So that's the thing guys, it's happening right here in the village. And as you can see, we got these water bottles. How many do we have here? We got 2 water bottles as well as 2 feeders, right? And in this chicken coop, in this chicken house, we got a total of 100 beds. Guys, just have a look. It's 100 beds sitting in here. Actually, it's 102, 102. And you know what? When these chicks were ordered, it's only 2 of them that died. Out of 104 chickens, only 2 died, and now it's 102. So you can see it for yourself that the guy who is managing these chickens is doing his level best. That's one of the projects, guys, that you can do back home in the village, keeping chickens for eggs. You can keep chickens for eggs. All right, these pieces of wood, these logs, right? It's just some patches where the birds can stand around, just relaxing and enjoying as they play inside the chicken coop, right? They need to have time to have fun. You can have a look at those ones there. You can see there are 3 chickens that side that are sitting on perches, right? It's just a matter of having some quality time, having some funny. So that's the thing, guys, in as far as chicken rearing is concerned. And with this black Australorp, guys, this is a pure breed, right? This is a pure breed. And to all those guys who would like to venture into chicken farming, I would encourage you guys to get your chicks from reputable suppliers, right? It's quite good to get your chicks from reputable suppliers so that you won't face any challenges in terms of the death, that is the mortality rate of the chicks. Rather, get your chicks from reputable suppliers so that you can at least have a good batch of chicks. Just think of it, guys. Out of 104 chicks, only 2 died, and we have 102 here inside here. And these bears, they are growing big. Additionally, guys, you need to keep in mind that at any given point in time, make sure that you have enough water for the birds, right? Make sure you have enough water for the birds. We cannot ignore having water at all. at any given point in time, water must always be available. So that's what is happening here, guys, in the village, in the raw area, at a place friend, right? At the place of our friend who is managing these chicks, and you can see for yourself that everything is going very well. And here we got enough ventilation. You can see that big screen there for enough ventilation, right? Then one more thing, guys, you'll find it for yourself that there in the front, right? These are road runners at the end of the day, right? So given a space of time, we can have a security fence constructed outside so that these chicks, they can also play around outside, since they are just road runners, just like our normal chicks or chickens that we keep in the yard. The same applies to these ones. They are not broilers. They need to have a space where they can scratch around. They need to have a place where they can sit on perches. Besides just giving this feed, right? You can also get some vegetables. You can also get a cabbage, even a cabbage, right? You can have a cabbage. You can just give a cabbage to these birds. They can have quality time enjoying having that cabbage. Besides just having to give them feed. And by feed, I'm referring to this chick mash, right? So it is really quite important, guys, to make sure that you keep these chickens busy, playing around on these perches. At the same time, you're having to eat cabbages and other fruits and other vegetables that you can offer to them. So that's what is happening, guys, on the ground. It's just one of the projects that you guys can venture into. Like I was saying the other day, right? Here we got 100 chickens. And I'm sure these chickens weigh more than 2 months now. I'm sure we are approaching the 3rd month now, right? And in 4.5 months' time, we will be expecting to start picking our first eggs. So as an example, if you are keeping these 100 birds at a rate of say 90% or 85%, you will be expecting 85% of the birds. That is out of 100 birds, meaning that 85 of them will give you an egg on a single day, right? Then 85 eggs divided by 30 to determine how many crates of eggs that you will be picking on a single day. 85 divided by 30, that's 2 and a certain fraction. So it's almost nearly 3 crates of eggs that you can pick on a daily basis. Guys, I need to give you a tip. Out of those, say 2 crates and a half, right? You can send those eggs. Let's talk in terms of 85 eggs, right? You can send those 85 eggs to a hatchery or to someone who does have an incubator, right? And will be expecting some chicks to be hatched afterwards, right? Of course, yes, you cannot really send the 85 eggs that you have picked today to the hatchery, but you can say wait for at least 2 to 3 days whilst the eggs are still fresh, meaning that if we get 85 eggs today, then another 85 eggs again tomorrow. That's already 170 eggs. 170 eggs, if we can take them now to the hatchery, there's also a certain percentage of the chicks that won't make it, right? So if you're going to make it at least 150 chicks from those 170 eggs, just think of it, in a space of 2 days' time, you are producing 150 chicks. And if you are to sell each chick for $1 at a maximum, right? Of course, yes, I do believe and I do understand that farming is a game of numbers. You can even sell your chicks at say 90 cents each, or 85 cents each, because farming is really a game of numbers. So by so doing, you'll be able to reap or to gain profits within a short space of time. Guys, I've been saying to my colleague here that farming is a game of numbers. Think of it, if you are just keeping 50 chickens, right? Compare yourself, if you are keeping 50 chickens to someone who is keeping, say, 300 chickens. With your 50 chickens, as an example, if you are selling eggs, let's talk about table eggs as an example. If you are selling a crate of table eggs at, say, $5, and if someone is keeping 300 chickens and is selling those chickens, those chicken eggs per crate at, say, $3.50, $4, at a rate of 300 chickens that are laying eggs on a daily basis, that guy will be more profitable than yourself. That's why we always say farming is really a game of numbers. So it is quite important to scale up. It is quite important to have a good capacity in terms of the chickens that you'll be keeping for you to be able to realize much more productivity. Guys, you can see we got 2 white chickens here, right? It's a pit, I can't zoom, but I can show you we got that white one as well as that white one as well, that side of the corner, right? These white chicks, they just came as part of this batch, so it is what it is. So back to my story, guys. Farming is really a game of numbers. You need to make sure that you increase the capacity for you to be able to make some profits, right? Then with layers, you'll find out that the same concept applies to broilers. On a single day, on a daily basis, there is an amount of feed that is expected to be consumed by each single bird. So what you do is, as an example, when these chickens are at the edge of laying eggs, right? When they are at the point of lay, each chicken can, on average, consume, say, 120 grams. So what you simply need to do is you just multiply 120 grams per every single chicken, multiplied by the number of chickens that you have. Then that will give us the total amount of feed that you need to give for the chickens. So in so doing, guys, you can then divide that amount into 2, so that you can, as an example, 120 multiplied by 100 chickens, we can get something like, say, if you say it's 12 kgs, right? Yes, 12 kgs a day. Then you give them 6 kgs in the morning and 6 kgs in the afternoon. Then once that feed is done for the day, right? We are in business. Once the feed is done, it's done for the day. What you need to do next is just to make sure that the chickens have enough water at any given point in time. You cannot ignore at all to give water to the chickens. Make sure that the water is always available. That's the thing, guys. It is happening here in the village. A project is being undertaken here where the chickens are being kept. These are black ocelot, an egg-laying chicken. And to those who are in this business, they always say the black ocelot is an egg-laying machine. This chicken is very good when it comes to laying eggs. Guys, as you can see, we got this bedding here, right? Life in the rural, this is just grass, dry grass that has been cut, right? Then it's put here so that it provides the bedding for these chickens. And you know, the advantage of having this dry grass, it helps in ensuring that whenever the droppings of these chicks, as they walk across, they tramples up on it, then it goes like underneath the grass. So they won't end up eating those droppings, right? So that's one more thing that you guys need to keep in mind. And additionally, it is also advisable to keep on changing this bedding now and again, right? We cannot spend more than a week with the same bedding without having changed it. In worst case scenarios, when the bedding gets wet, it is quite important to remove the wet bedding immediately and replace it with a dry bedding. That's the thing, guys. Here in the village, it's happening in the village. So this is one of the projects that you guys can venture into. To all those who would like to start small, guys, you can always start with such a project of keeping 100 either broiler chickens or 100 layer chickens. And for your own information, currently each chicken, a day-old chicken, is going at a rate of $1. In some other places, it can be $1.10, but in most places, you can be able to get each day-old chick at just $1, meaning that for these 100 chickens, right, that were bought a day old, that's $1 times 100, that's $100, right? And to my sisters, my brothers, my colleagues who are in South Africa, right, you find it for yourself that $100, that's 2,000 rands, right? That's 2,000 rands. And you guys, you can be able to do this. And besides that, even to those guys who are back home here in the country, or even any other guys who are within the African region, any other guys out there in any other African country, guys, you can do this. I may not have the correct details in regard to how much each chicken costs, or how much each chick costs in your country, but I can tell you guys that we can do these projects. It's quite possible to do these projects. So that's it, guys. I'm shooting this video showcasing what is happening within the village in my place here in Zimbabwe. That's how it is, guys, these projects. However, I need to add on, of course, I know we got a broiler farming, a business which can allow you to put money in the pocket within the next 6 weeks, right? That's 1 month and a half. Then when it comes to layers, guys, this is a long-term project. Why am I saying it's a long-term project? I'm saying it's a long-term in the sense that you have to feed these chickens for the next 18 weeks, or for the next 16 weeks, or 16 to 18 weeks before you can start to pick the first egg, meaning that all the expenses will be on your pocket without even having obtained a single egg, right? However, guys, honestly speaking, layers is a long-term project, and I am of the opinion that with the research that I've done, this business is more profitable in the long run. It is quite profitable in the long run. Just think of it, after 18 weeks, you'll be collecting eggs on a daily basis. Like we've done some calculations to say you can have 150 chicks that you can then sell each at $1, and already are putting $150 from the profits that are coming from just 2 days, because you are keeping 100 chickens. Of course, yes, I know there are some other expenses that are part of the way, but honestly speaking, guys, this business, from my understanding, from my analysis, it is quite more profitable in the long term. We need to keep in mind the word in the long term, right? When it comes to short-term profitability, yes, you can do broilers. But when it comes to long-term profitability, I advise you guys to venture into layer chicken farming, right? And I'm encouraging you guys to take into account that the black astrolope, that's the best chicken ever that you can think of. Of course, yes, there are other breeds out there. There are a lot of other pure breeds that you guys can venture into. But through my research, I'm not making an advertisement here, guys, right? I'm not making an advertisement for any company or whatsoever, right? Just for my love of black Australorp. We all individuals, we all human beings, we got different perceptions. So that's my perception. I do believe in a black Australorp, the egg making machine, the egg laying machine. And with this chicken, guys, you can go up until 1 year, 10 months. You can go up until 2 years in some circumstances. As long as you are able to manage your breed, you can be able to pick an egg on a daily basis. So that's the thing, guys, with these chickens, the black Australorp. So yeah, that's it, guys. It's me here, Raw Vibes with Say Kibora, motivating you guys from the village. I'm right now here on the ground in the village, trying to showcase what is happening in the raw area. So that's raw life. That's what is happening here. I always encourage you guys to start small, right? You can always start small and get to somewhere. I know of other guys out there who started small and right now they are having some big chicken coops or some big chicken farms, but they started small, right? So we can all do this, guys. We can all do this. We are all able to do this. We just need to have a commitment and venture into these small projects. So that's it, guys. That's what I'm trying to showcase here to you guys. Just enjoy watching this black Australorp. Just enjoy watching this black Australorp. We have 102 here. 100 black Australorp and those 2 white that are sitting in here, right? You can see those 2 together, they're closer to one another, right? That's what is happening here. Then, guys, additionally, besides having to give the feed, once you receive the chickens on the first day, you need to make sure that you give some medications like a stress pack. And there are some also vaccinations that needs to be given now and again to protect your chickens from diseases, right? So there is a lot that goes with chicken farming, and I'm advising you guys not to do shortcuts. You know, rather do it the correct way than doing shortcuts, because if you do shortcuts, at the end of the day, it will backfire. You do shortcuts today, at the end of the day, it will backfire. You know, there are serious diseases like Newcastle, right? There's chicken pox and many others, right? So the best thing, guys, is to do it the correct way. Never ever do shortcuts when it comes to business, because at the end of the day, all we need to gain is profitability. The purpose of running a business is to have some profits. So we need to make sure that we go through the process, right? We need to trust the process. When it comes to having to incur expenses for the cost of medications, we need to do likewise. We can't go with shortcuts. Let us do it the right way, so that at the end of the day, we can then benefit all that we are supposed to benefit. That's it, guys. All from my side. I'm sure you have enjoyed watching this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, I'm kindly asking you to hit the subscription button and subscribe to our channel. That's all, guys, from my side for now. I say thanks so much for your support. All the best. It's now time that I must say, guys, it's now time to say goodbye.